What's wrong with you? What's wrong with your skin?
You look like a cow.
Did you get burnt?
People are disgusted looking at me. I just didn't want to live anymore.
Vitiligo can be incredibly devastating.
I would describe vitiligo as a plague on my skin.
People of any colour, any age, male, female, can have vitiligo.
Some people may develop 1 or 2 spots in their lifetime, whereas for some people like myself, we may develop it all over our skins.
I was 10 years old when I first noticed a small patch on my ankle.
Just under my left eye.
A small dot on my left knee.
Into my 20s and 30s, it rapidly increased and spread.
I had it down my neck.
My elbow.
My arms, my legs.
My face, of course, that was the biggest hit.
People don't necessarily realise that I'm Indian, so the colour I am now means I have no melanin in my skin whatsoever. When you notice that patches have grown or appeared, it's devastating.
When I was diagnosed, I phoned my mother and I said, I don't want to live like this anymore.
So I didn't really get much from my GP, but I did go to the dermatologist, who unfortunately was very cold and just said, all you can do is try some light therapy.
And it was painful.
I looked at ridiculous treatments. I went to Germany to have homeopathic treatment to see if my chakras weren't aligned. And
I would apply layers of camouflage makeup. It would melt in the sun.
What I found as an alternative was just markers. I had the brown markers, but I just use and paint my nose, like in my face especially.
I really disliked it when people stared at me because it made me feel so self-conscious. I tend to actually lift up my face.
I felt being really judged.
Black kids on the block were not really keen to approach me.
I found dating really difficult. I thought that I was undesirable and unattractive.
I had a battle with myself, trying to figure out, okay, where do I belong?
When I decided to embrace vitiligo, it was an incredible moment. It was overwhelming and I didn't realise that it was going to come for me.
It took me a good 20 years to fully accept myself. I got approached by a photographer asking me, have you ever considered taking pictures of yourself? Your skin looks interesting. It's cool. And that made me think that perhaps I could see vitiligo from a different lens. It took a lot. It took a lot.
There were so many myths, and they still exist today. The fact that it's contagious,
That if you eat fish and you drink milk together, that causes the condition.
From a cultural perspective, people feel like it's a curse. I think it's incredibly important to raise awareness around vitiligo.
We have to start the conversation on a daily basis. I have vitiligo every day.
This is what vitiligo does. This is how it portrays, and this is how it makes people feel.
there is no normal. Everybody's different, everybody's unique.
Everyone's perfect in their own way.
This is actually something to celebrate.
And the world would be a really boring place if we all looked the same.
I'm very proud of who I am, and I really wish that more people would understand that I haven't lost my identity, I've just lost my pigmentation.